Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laneige if you're new here, and in today's video we're going to be doing this very trendy, very cool reverse smoky eye look using a bunch of new products that I recently hauled. If you haven't seen my new makeup haul, I will link it in the cards and down below if you want to check it out. And also in that haul I had a little bit of a giveaway going on, so I want to let you know that we have chosen a winner, and the winner is, I don't know, but their name will be on the screen right now. Congratulations, you have won the e.l.f. box, and I am just going to put a label on it, put your name and address on it, and send it out to you as soon as I can, hopefully this week. Things are a little bit wet around here. I am in the New York, New Jersey area. If you didn't know, Hurricane Ida just passed through and we had some flooding, so we're a little wet right now, but in the next couple of days everything should be okay, and that box should be going out to you. Again, congratulations. Thank you so much to everyone for your support, and we will definitely be having another giveaway really soon, so keep looking out for that. For today we're going to be using some of the makeup that I talked about in that new makeup haul. Lots of good stuff. As you can see, this is the look that we came up with, doing this super cool green reverse smoky eye. I'm loving it. I'm not going anywhere. I need to. At least I'm going to take some pictures and put it on the gram like I went somewhere. But if you're interested in seeing me try out a whole bunch of new products and try out this another TikTok trending look, the reverse smoky eye, if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this and the products I used and my thoughts and opinions on those new products, please keep on watching. Okay, so my eyebrows are pretty much done already, or I did my eyebrows already. I don't have any new eyebrow products. I tend not to really buy new eyebrow products that often. This is something that really interests me, and hasn't been anything recently. I know Charlotte Tilbury came out with some eyebrow stuff. Makeup by Mario came out with some eyebrow stuff. So maybe at some point I'll try those two out. But for now, as usual, I already started with my eyebrows. I was going to do my eyes first like I normally do, but the eye look that I want to do today, I think it'll be better if I do it after I do my face. So we're going to start with the face first. I rarely do this, but we're doing it today. So first thing I want to start off with is this teeny tiny little Laneige Glowy makeup serum. It is a makeup base, so almost like a primer, I guess, and it's supposed to make you glowy. I got this tiny little sample size in my Sephora favorites, one of the Hello bags, one of those $10 bags. So it's clear and it has like a little bit of it looks a little bit sparkly. So I'm just going to take this all over the face. Give me a little extra glow. I have been looking dry today. So what happens when you have a lot of cold water to deal with? That feels, it has a little bit of a tackiness to it, so this is probably pretty good as a primer by itself. My skin does already look a little bit more moisturized. I don't see like any glitters or anything. And my face doesn't look like glowy greasy, but there's a little bit better glow. So in my T-zone, like I always do, my second primer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer. This is the green looking one. And then I also have the brush that goes with it. So it's the one that has a little scoop on one side, so you can scoop it out and then blend it in. So giving you a little texture moment. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to put it in the areas where I have my pores, which is usually right around here, and I have been breaking out too, so this might actually help that situation. I don't break out pretty often, but you know, it's that time of the month, so even though I'm in my 40s, yes, I still break out from time to time, but they're the ones that stay under the skin. I have that really annoying acne that stays under your skin, and you just see like the little bumps. Joys. You would think you wouldn't have to deal with this in your 40s, but anyway, I'm just gonna take the brush. It's a kind of a flat dense brush. I'm just gonna press the primer into the pores, and it has acne fighting ingredients like salicylic acid and stuff, so that'll be really good, like I said, for my breakouts. For foundation, I just got this, but it's not that new to me because I actually used it a couple of times before. And this is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. To me, it seems like one of those tinted moisturizer skin tint type products. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand like I usually do. This is the color. It's a pretty good color for me. This color that I have is 11.5. And I'm going to grab my sponge. I think this is a sponge I got at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And then we're going to blend this in. It's a tiny bit warm, but you know, once you go in all the other products, it works out. And it's pretty lightweight. I would say about medium coverage. And it looks really pretty on the skin. So we're gonna go ahead and blend this in. And while I blend it in, I'll let you guys know the reason why we have cold water and I don't have any hot water right now is because I live in New Jersey, and last night we had a lot of flooding from, you know, the remnants of Ida that came through. And I live behind my apartment complex, like right out my window right here is a little babbling brook that basically turned into a raging river last night, and it flooded our entire parking lot. The cars, all the alarms were going off, lights were going crazy. People who had like cars, like sedans, were basically submerged in water. And we have an SUV, so you know, it's a little bit lifted, thank goodness. And then where we park is a tiny bit elevated, I would say, compared to some other areas, because you know the road will dip a little bit on the sides, and on our side it doesn't really dip as much. So I think that saved us. Water did get into the car, but it didn't get into like the engine or any of the electrical parts. So the car, you know, started, it's fine, it still works, no issues. The problem is, of course, water got into the car and, you know, all the seats. Luckily, my kids didn't have any clothes or shoes or anything on the floor. My husband is good at getting all that stuff out of the car anyway, so there was nothing on the floor that got soaked or ruined, thank goodness. The other problem is we have a storage unit that's basically in the basement of this building. I have not gone down there to see what's going on. And I have a lot of stuff in there. Luckily, again, it's a lot of plastic containers that's filled with stuff and sort of stacked up. There shouldn't be any water damage. I do have a carpet roll, brand new carpet in there, so I'm kind of scared to go in and see what's going on with that. But you know, once because right now they're pumping all the water out and kind of clearing everything out, clearing out all the water still, and we're gonna have to wait till it dries down before I can go in and see the damage, if any. Anyway, back to the makeup. This is the Neo Nude Foundation blended in. It looks really beautiful, skin-like, luminous on the skin. It doesn't feel too greasy or like it's gonna move around. One tip when I'm blending out my foundation, because you see I'm just like blabbing away, but this is what I do and I probably don't always show in my videos. When I'm blending out my foundation, I blend until it's dry, until it dries down on my face, until it settles. I just keep going over, pouncing, blending and blending until it is set. Then when it is completely set on my face and I still go over it one more time, that's when I stop blending. It is completely blended in, completely set. It's not going to set down any more than this. It doesn't feel too, you know, greasy, luminous, slipping and sliding all over the place, but it did not set all the way down matte, and it leaves a beautiful sort of skin-like glow, and it covered up some of my marks and hyperpigmentation. Again, a good medium coverage. You can still see a little bit peeking through, but there's so many other layers that are gonna go on top. That's fine. And yeah, like I said, I've used this a couple times before and I really do like how it looks on the skin. For concealer, this was not in the haul, but I did also pick this up from Ulta. It's the Kiko Milano Skin Tone Concealer, and I have the color number 7. This thing is so tiny, and I think this is full size. I bought it, it was on sale 50% off, and I wanted to try it out. I got this Kiko Milano concealer as well as one of their foundations. I'll try it on IG if you want to check it out. My Instagram is linked down below if you want to, you know, follow me, and you'll see when I try the foundation out. But I've been wanting to try a little bit more Kiko Milano. They're a little bit of an anomaly to me because they have like the biggest, prettiest collections all the time, but their shade range is trash. So they don't have shades that go much darker than, say, my skin tone, which is super annoying. But their packaging and their products look really pretty, so I always want to try it. So we're going to try out the concealer today. Seems to be pretty lightweight, a decent color. Not a fan of this doe foot because it's not flat, it's like round. So it's not laying the product down as nicely as I would like. And then of course it's so tiny, like why is it so small? I gotta check the price. Again, I got it 50% off, so I'm not too mad, but still, it's so tiny. I don't have anything in front of me to compare it to, but look at how tiny. It looks like a sample size. Anyway, I usually let my concealer sit for a second while I do my cream bronzer, so we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and it doesn't have it on the container. Is it? What color is this? Sun-kissed. So I finally got a color that's a little bit deeper. It's gonna work a little bit better for my skin tone. Looks pretty dark, but it's so lightweight. I think it'll blend out really nicely on my skin. So I'm gonna go in with this Luxie 680 Pro Precise Face Brush. It's a little big, so I'm gonna see if I can get it right here into the bronzer, so I can pick it up. And then we're going to bronze up, give the face some dimension. You can see it's giving me a little bit of color, but it's pretty lightweight, so it blends out. It's not going to leave a lot of color behind. This one is a lot better for my skin tone. The one I had before, it barely showed up. Was a nice warm color, but it really wasn't doing anything in terms of giving me dimension. This one is doing a better job, and like I said, it's pretty lightweight, so it's not giving you too much color. That's the thing you got to think about when you're getting these. You know, you might get one that looks really dark, but because it's so lightweight and it blends out so easily, a darker color may work on your skin tone. And they do go pretty deep, so that's good. If you hear snorting in the background, my dog is behind me and she has no respect for me. Okay, so that is the cream bronzer blended out. I like it. I like the color that it gives. A nice neutral color, not too warm, not too cool, nice and neutral. Not bad at all. Before I forget, we're also going to take some of this on the nose to give us some contour. And now I'm going to blend out the concealer. Hopefully I didn't leave it sitting for way too long. And it blends out. It's blending out, but if that happens, you can just you know, make sure your sponge is nice and damp, or just rehydrate your face with some setting spray to help it blend out. But this is blending out just fine. This concealer is actually pretty nice. It gives nice medium coverage. It dries down all the way matte. It's a really nice color for my skin tone. Gives me some brightness and a little bit of coverage. It's actually a pretty nice concealer. Just not a fan of the fact that it's so tiny and the doe foot is weird. And I always like to go back over with the side that has the foundation and blend in between the cream bronzer and the highlight to give a seamless blend. Okay, so there we have everything all blended out. Everything is looking nice and seamless and smooth. My base is looking really good so far. So now let's go on to the setting powder. And today I'm using for the first time the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, and this is in the color Translucent. I think this is the only color. I love how Urban Decay sticks to their purple aesthetic. So we're just going to go right in with the sponge, grab some of the powder. It has a little net on the inside to prevent the powder from coming all the way out. So you can just push the sponge in there and it picks up the powder. And now we're going to set the under eye. Really nice and translucent. Sinking right in. I think this net is really helping to pick up just the right amount of powder so you don't overdo it like I normally do. But so far this powder looks really nice. It's sunk into the skin. Everything is looking nice and smooth. Hopefully there's no flashback, but so far it looks really nice. We'll see how long it lasts. It is 4:45. I'm gonna be wearing this makeup till maybe 10 p.m. So we'll see how long it lasts. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be home in the house, but we'll see how it lasts. I don't have a new setting powder, so I'm gonna go in with my favorite tried and true L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Pressed Powder on a big fluffy brush. And we're just going to press this in. And then we'll dust away whatever is left of the translucent powder, which was not a lot. Okay, yes, the base is looking really good so far, and everything is matching really nicely with my skin tone. So far, so good. For bronzer, this was not part of my haul, but I did get this iconic London bronzer in my BoxyCharm, either my premium or my base box for last month. Really pretty bronzer. This is called the Ultimate Bronzing Powder in Deep Bronze. Really big, compact, and I like the little embossing on the powder. Looks like a nice warm color for my skin tone. So I'm gonna grab this Sephora Pro Precision Powder Brush, go right into the bronzer. Bronze up the skin. Okay, it's giving us some nice warmth. It's showing up on my skin tone. It's not too powdery. It's blending nicely. Okay, so far so good. Normally, I'll be honest, so far all the other products on my Iconic Landing I've tried, I've not been a fan. So I wasn't expecting much from this. But it's a pretty nice bronzer. Like I said, it's a nice break compact. It should last a pretty long time. It's good. Give us some nice color there. Some sun-kissed color. For highlighter, also from my BoxyCharm, I have this Vesca Beauty Stargaze Luminous Glow highlighting powder in the color Wonder. Is a nice sort of a rose goldy color. And we're going to go in with a Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. That looks really pretty. Smells good too. Almost perfumey, but not overwhelmingly so. I like these sort of coppery rose goldy colors on my skin tone. I think it gives me a nice wet highlighted look without looking too harsh. This highlighter it looks nice. Not too crazy, see me from space. That's not so the type of highlighter that I like. So yeah, it's giving me a nice highlighted look, but not over the top at all. That's nice. It's a very small pan. I don't know why. It's almost like an oversized eyeshadow. For blush, I totally forgot that I wanted to use this teeny tiny Milk Makeup lip and cheek in work. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and tap it onto my cheek so it won't lift the product underneath. Using a cream blush as a base before you go in with the powder blush too helps it to last longer, helps it to show up a little bit more. And I do like my blush to show up a lot, so I like using a cream first. Going in with my finger, it actually is blending out pretty nicely and not lifting anything that's underneath, so that's good. But in general, you want to put the cream product on before you start putting powders. But I always forget. That's my problem. Pretty nice, gives a nice subtle color. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Choose Happy Blush Duo from Beauty Creations. This is part of their That's So Rad sort of tie-dye collection. It's still available. Everything that I talk about, if it's still available, is going to be linked down below. Some of them are going to be affiliated. Thank you so much for supporting my channel if you purchase through those affiliated links. So I'm just going to grab a blush brush, and I'm gonna mix both of the colors because one is shimmery and one is matte. I think it will give a nice mix. I'm just going to pop that right here. Oh, that's a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, but it's really pretty. Nice neutrally pink blush, and it actually works really well with the highlight. I'm going to go in with a little bit more highlight because I feel like I lost it with the blush. Just a tiny bit right on the cheek to bring it back out. Those two colors mixed really nice cheek, glowy cheek we got going on. Okay, then I'm going to take a clean powder brush and just blend over everything. Make sure everything is blended. No harsh lines. I do this every time. And for setting spray, we're going to go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Setting Spray. Grip, Set, and Refresh Spray. This beautiful blue color. You have to shake it because you see it's like the two colors, you have to shake it. Let's see how that spritzes. Ooh, nice. Okay, so a lot of liquid did come out when I sprayed that on. It is pretty aggressive. You're gonna have to hold it like way far away from your face, but it did feel really refreshing. It's still drying down. Still drying down, so we're gonna give it a minute to dry down. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the lips so we can do the eyes last. Do I have a... So I'm just gonna line my lips. I don't have a new liner. I'm just gonna use my Beauty Bakery Sugar Stick Lip Liner, and this is in the color Chocolate Therapy. Just a nice sort of chocolatey neutral brown that works well for nude lipsticks on my skin tone. And for lips, I have 3 choices. These are proper beauty lipsticks. So I have Victress, Finesse, and Believe It. So Believe It is sort of like a chocolatey brown. I don't think I want to go in this direction today. Finesse is more of a lighter nude. I might go with that one. Or Victress. This one is also a little bit chocolatey, a little bit of a darker nude. So we're going to go with Finesse. It's a little bit of a lighter nude. We'll mix in well with this lip liner. I really like the formula of these lipsticks. They are satin, luminous, but they don't like look luminous. It looks like there's a little bit of a sheen to it. It has a really good pigment. It really covers up, you know, the pigment, the color of my lips. They're very comfortable. Yeah, there's going to be transfer because it's a luminous lipstick. It's not a matte lipstick, but it just looks so beautiful. I love this tone. I love this color. It goes really, really well with that Chocolate Therapy liner. So now, let's finally move on to the eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try out this Sigma Beauty Eyeshadow Base Primer. And this one is in the color Persuade. It's sort of like a pinky nude. It's a primer pencil. It's a little bit of a pinky nude. It's very light. So I'm not going to go all the way up to like my eyebrows or anything. I'm really just going to keep this on the lid. The eyeshadow that we're doing today, the lid is going to be pretty simple. So we don't really need a lot of, you know, we're not doing a lot of like crazy color that requires a light eyeshadow base. So I just really want to try this one out. It's almost like just like an eyeshadow crayon, probably. Ooh, it's already starting to dry down. Ooh, ooh, oh, roughing up my little eyelids. Don't do them both and then blend them both out. Do one at a time because it dries down. That'll probably be really good for a cut crease as well. Definitely going to try that to do a cut crease next time. Okay, so it's blended out, and for eyeshadow, we're going to be using the Naked Wild West Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. It comes with this brush, double-sided brush, and this is what the colors inside looks like. Pretty neutral. It's essentially a neutral palette with some pops of green. It looks really washed out on camera, but these colors over here are nice and deep and yummy. These are a little bit lighter, but they still work pretty well for my skin tone. So that's why I picked this up. I think it's a really nice neutral palette. If you know me, you know I love a neutral lid with a green lower lash line. And that's exactly what we're going to do today, but with a little bit of a twist because we're finally going to try out another TikTok sensation, another TikTok trend, the reverse smoky eye. So essentially what it is instead of doing a smoky eye on the top, you're going to be smoking out the lower lash line. You're going to be keeping the lid very, very simple. And I like it. It's nice. It's trendy. We're going to see if I like how it looks on me. I think I have done this before. This is way back. I think when Kim Kardashian made it famous way back a couple years ago, maybe 2018. I did try it out and I did like it as far as I can remember. But you know, it's resurfacing again and people are doing it again, and of course I want to try it out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to go in with a pencil first. Okay, so I can't find the pencil I was originally going to go in with, so I have this NYX retractable eyeliner, and this is in the color is in turquoise blue, which will match pretty well with the color that's in the palette. So I'm going to go in with that first. I'm going to go in with the waterline, and then below the waterline, and then I'm also going to bring it out to make a wing. So let's try this. So first we're gonna go in so we're gonna smoke it out with a pencil on the lower lash line. And then we're going to, from the lower lash line, bring it out into a wing. Like that. And then we're going to connect the wing to the top lash line. But just about halfway, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. Just about halfway, we're not going all the way. We're concentrating most of this on the lower lash line and the wing. So we have that there. We'll do the other side. Okay, so I think I got it kind of even. Is it even? Sort of. It's as even as it's gonna get. Of course, if you need to clean it up, you can always use the, I like to use the brush that I cleaned up my eyebrow with. Of course, I can't find it right now, but I usually like to use the brush that I cleaned up under my brow with and just sort of like clean up under the wing to sharpen it. But I'll do that when we're done because we're gonna smoke this out with eyeshadow. So now we're gonna jump into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna grab the brush that it comes with because this one is a short shader brush, and we're gonna go right into this green, this beautiful dark green. We're gonna tap this off because we don't want the fallout underneath since we did our face first. And then I'm just gonna start blending this green and smoking out that lower lash line. So dip, tap, smoke. Now we're going to bring it onto the wing and continue smoking that. This brush is a little fat. You might need something that's a little thinner, especially to pull out the wing on the end. But for now, I'm just going to use it to smoke out the lower lash line and the bigger part of the wing. And I'm going to go in with a much smaller angled brush with that same green, and we're going to make sure our wing is nice and pointy and sharp. Pull that out. Alright, so we have the first eye pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and smoke out the second eye. Next, on the fluffy side of the blending brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of this Laredo, and I'm going to blend out that green even more. Soften up those edges for that smokiness. And like I said, for the upper lash line, there's really not a lot going on. So we're going to grab a little bit of this whiskey, and we're going to put that in the outer V, the outer part of the crease, just to give the eye a little bit of shape. Especially if you have hooded eyes, monolids, you just want to give your eye a little bit of shape on the top. That's about it. You can also do this with your bronzer. But of course, because I have the palette in front of me, I'm just going to use a palette. So you see, all of a sudden we give the eye some shape over here. I'm going to take a big fluffy blending brush, and you can do this with the clean brush, or if you want to take one of the colors in the palette, like this color is a pretty good transition color to blend it out for me. And I'm just going to blend out that edge a little bit more. And then the other part to the smoky eye, which I honestly don't know if it's going to look good on me, but you know, we'll try it, is you have to sort of do the inner, like the inner wing, like bring the wing all the way in. I honestly don't think that'll look good on me, one, because I feel like I don't have a lot of space in here to really go in and do that, like where you would see it. And secondly, my eyes are so watery, and I swear to you, I get like a boogers and crustiness in the corner of my eye so much. I don't think that's gonna work for me. I'll do a little bit just to try and finish the look, but with my runny eyes, that's gonna be gone in 2 seconds. That's as much as we're gonna get. But in terms of the eye look, like literally this is all. I'm gonna take a little bit of this lighter color standoff, and I'm gonna put it in the brow bone. That's pretty much it for the eyes. I'm going to pop on some lashes. For lashes, we're going to be using the Michaela X Glam Light lashes in Brand New. I'm going to pop these on, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to throw some mascara on, some more blue in my waterline, and I'll be back with the finished look. Okay guys, and here I am back with the finished look. So These lashes are large and in charge, but I absolutely love them. They are stunning. Stunning. And it goes really well for a look that's so simple but yet so bold. I really love how this green reverse smoky eye turned out. My wing is winging. Everything is looking really nice. And to be honest, looking over everything that I tried today, I don't think I had any duds. Everything worked really nice, worked really well together. Sometimes I try a bunch of new products and things just don't work well together. They don't mesh. I have a video, it might be up on my Instagram already or going up really soon, kind of talking about that situation where I tried out a bunch of things together and it did not work, and I really had to make it work because I was on my way out and I had to look decent. But you know, sometimes that happens where things just don't work well together. But I think today we got a group of products that work really, really well together, or just a group of products that are just so good that they can work with almost anything. This eye look was actually, as bold as it looks, was really, really easy. You saw how quick that was. It's really, really simple. Love the very bare neutral lid, this beautiful smoky green lower lash line. Love the nice chocolatey nude lip with it, the cheek products, the luminous skin. We'll see how long it lasts. If I remember, I'll try to put a pin comment letting you know how long the makeup will last with this Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. But to be honest, I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm definitely doing this look again. Definitely using these products. Nothing is getting decluttered. I really, really love it. Very rarely I do a first impression with so many things that everything works out so well. So this is a win. Definite thumbs up. If you enjoyed this look, if you liked all of these products that I used, if you enjoyed this look and this technique, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. I hope you enjoyed the look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.